You can't just do this and it will arrive because you don't believe in magic enough. But when you believe that something higher is guiding you, then you will realize you can make use of those cheat codes.
Welcome everyone to our cool ass podcast.
Yes, welcome to this anticipated conversation from our side. Because we love to talk, man. And also from you guys. Peace to the whole community.
Yes. So, there are some people who already know us. That's funny. But what's also funny,
we are well known in the spirit world and also the physical world too.
Yeah, in this life,
You don't just forget us once you have seen us. We stay ever present in your subconscious and also in your conscious mind.
That's funny because I think there may be some people who already dreamed of us and now they are seeing us in the so-called reality. But yeah, there are a lot of people who already know us. I wouldn't say a lot, but who knows. If you know, you know. And there are also a lot of people who will get to know us. And the funny thing is, in the future, people are gonna watch this episode and be like, yo, I wanna watch the first episode again because,
How did they start this?
yeah.
Today we're here. We're just watching us from our higher selves right now. But we are our present selves.
Exactly,
I'm always connected to my higher self. And my higher self knows all timelines. So I make peace with the past timelines. I live presently in the present timeline. And I also know myself from the highest timeline. My subconscious, my soul knows.
This is the moment where we have to tap in with highest Lizzie and highest Kossi again and be like, yo, we need your guidance, man.
Pull up. Reveal some things to us.
A lot of people don't understand or overstand this term higher self. But the thing is, if you haven't watched Interstellar, I can highly encourage you to do that. But
I didn't understand Interstellar.
But you understand it.
That's true.
The thing is, when you watch a scene from Interstellar, there's, spoiler alert, almost at the end, you see the protagonist give himself signs to stay and not leave his daughter. And the thing is, he's given himself signs into the past that he should stay. And there he is in this infinite Akashic records where everything is happening at the exact moment. And that's the thing. When you want to tap into your higher self will be like, yo, there's some books there. I have to go there. I don't know why. And then I have to knock 3 times.
Exactly.
And that's emotion.
Your higher self is just telling you the whole time what to do and you don't question it. That's crazy. That's how you know you're truly led by God. Is you just in a state of surrender. You don't make up fears with your mind that limit you. You're just in the moment and in the present moment connected to God. So every single moment that passes, with every second, God is telling you what to do. How wild is that?
That's amazing, man. That's really amazing. And the thing is, today, at which time you are watching this right now, we are coming to you as...
In this moment, we are coming to you.
Yes.
This moment that you're seeing us right now, embrace it.
That's the thing.
Arrive in this moment with us. And you will understand time is not real.
That's really a thing. Like, this moment is infinite long, you know? You will watch this at the exact moment that we are speaking, because the only time is now. And
the internet is really time bending.
Yeah.
It's a time bending realm.
They see that time and space are really just illusions, man. If you can bend everything, you know, like in the internet, like you can write something, the other person sees it at the right second, even though he's at a complete different space. And yeah, I don't want to drift too far away now.
Yeah, I was thinking, what the heck is he talking about?
Alrighty. I just want to share a story that there are some people who don't know us, you know, but there are some people who know us. And for those who didn't ever had contact until now with us, we would just like to introduce ourselves, you know, tell you who we are, where we come from, and
why we do what we do.
Yeah, how we're gonna lighten you.
Why you should trust us, basically. But not more than yourself, because you always should trust yourself first. So please do your own research when watching us. Thanks. Disclaimer.
Yeah. But the thing is, I already know, like, some people are watching and they don't know us, but they feel us, you know. They feel the energy. They feel that this energy is real. It's not fake. To them, it's like, yo, they've been married like for 50 years or something.
Yeah, just imagine us as like elder people.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
that's who we are. We're elders. Like, can you guys please understand? We may look young, but we're literally the elders of this community. Please, we auntie and uncle. Sit at our feet and listen.
Uncle with a K, you know.
Yeah.
And the thing is, yeah, let's just start introducing ourselves.
Yeah, begin.
All right.
Go first.
I thought ladies first, but then I go first. I go by the name of King Conscious. People used to call me King Kossi, even at times where I didn't.
Show your eyes.
People used to call me King Kossi at times that I didn't even claim my kingdom for myself, you know. But they are so new, they're so solid. And it was only a couple of years ago where I really claimed my name as King Kossi, or also King Conscious. And I'm just living, man. I'm just living and learning, and I love to learn. I love to learn about life. And that's what I want to share with you today, with the other whole of my life. Lissomaniac, Queen Conscious. And we're both a couple for 2 years.
A long ass time.
As the Matrix would say, but we've known each other for a very long time, like even from past lives. That's how long we know each other for. Long. And
that's wild, guys, to experience that. Like just being connected with someone and having the same revelations and downloads, and then realizing, okay, this is like so specific and so God-led, like literally guided by God. This can only be God's work and angels working together. So
for now, just know me as King Conscious. I'm here to just have a wonderful time with my wonderful woman, my wife, and with y'all, because we're going to share a lot of truth, a lot of wisdom. And yeah, just know me as an elder, man. Just know me as someone who you don't have in this community, because they are lacking elders. They are lacking people that guide you. Like, and we are this couple. Like, we're going to guide you through what's happening out there. And the agents will come, you know, but we are Neo, man. We're going to bend everything that we want.
You know, I'm just going to befriend the agents.
Yeah. The agent's going to work for us, with us.
When you watch the movie, The Matrix, when they go outside into the Matrix,
they have cool ass clothes on.
Yeah, that's true. And also, they are equipped with skills. They are skilled. They are not just any people.
You know, I still don't believe how people can watch The Matrix and don't see that there's a documentary, because do you remember the scene where this guy is Neo Neo is just downloading some sports, how do you say, like, he's downloading Kung Fu and downloading Taekwondo, and he's just downloading it into his brain. And when he go into the simulation, he's like, yo, I just download this, I can do this. Do you remember like where he's fighting against Morpheus? And that's the thing, like, that is real, you know?
The downloads, they are not just a metaphor, you know?
Yeah.
The whole movie, The Matrix, is not just a metaphor.
That's a documentary. And we've been downloading a lot. So that's why we just decided that we should come together as a powerful couple. And
we have been put together and we understand that. The purposes, it is already born, you know. We can't just abandon the purpose. We are parents of the purpose.
Exactly. Like everything that we did.
We are your parents too.
Everything that we did before this moment right now was meant to be so we can sit here right now and talk to you guys. So a lot of stuff happened. We're going to share with y'all. We're going to show y'all.
Yo, every single day is a movie. Every single day is a movie.
Yeah, we're going to share this movie with y'all because there are many documentary movies out there. There's Avatar, there's Matrix, and there's also the marvelous life of Queen Lissomaniac and King Conscious. So yeah, that was a quick introduction, I guess. So would you like to share something from you?
Yes, of course. I will just have to completely freestyle it, guys. But let me show you my eyes first. I have trouble doing this because I'm a very mysterious person. And I want to keep that mystery because vulnerability can be very challenging for me because my vulnerability only exists ocean deep. As a person, I am so transparent because I'm so vulnerable, and that makes a lot of people uncomfortable because I feel like I've been truly been put on this earth to be a messenger for vulnerability. Because when you're vulnerable, you're keeping it real. So I'm just out here keeping it real with you guys. A lot of you guys need an auntie who keeps it real with you. So because I have been my own auntie, I want to show you how to be your own auntie to yourself. Yeah, and like when you then come together as an auntie with someone who helps you to elevate too, because they are your complementary. Emphasis on complementary.
Yin and yang.
Then you know you have been assigned. So I believe in the divine assignment of the feminine. I am an advocate for the what people would call these days divine feminine, because divine means nothing else than being led by your higher self. And your higher self will guide you to a point where you reach balance. Your higher self will call you out in ways. For example, I'm being called out right now that I need to rebalance myself into wholeness and stop abandoning my masculine. Oh my gosh, I'm diving so deep. See, I can't be vulnerable without diving deep.
She said it. The thing is, divine has no gender, you know. People think God is a man or God is a woman, but the divine has no gender. The divine means, the divine is androgynous, I think is the word.
Yeah, genderless.
Because divine means balance, homeostasis, and balance and homeostasis is only possible if the masculine and the feminine unite. But
within you
and without you. Because without is what you see here.
As within, so without.
Exactly. But you
Simple
also...
as that.
Exactly. You also have this divine union within yourself. That's why me, for myself, I always say there's no divine masculine or divine feminine, because divine means they're both complementary, uniting and working together. So you can't have divine feminine without divine masculine, and vice versa. And that's the thing, like, this is divine.
God will always want you to be both of those energies.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't just have your higher self without your lower self, you know.
Meaning God as in higher self. Your highest self strives to be in wholeness, and your wholeness includes the duality of your energies. That creates balance.
Exactly. And that's the thing, like, we have this duality within us in so many forms. Like, you have this higher self and your lower self, or you have this God and this devil within you. Like, you have always both within you. And sometimes it get out of balance, you know. Some people are trapped in their lower self. Some people mastered their lower self, you know. And I just want to share that when we both come together, this is a divine union. This is a divine intervention that we're having.
Imagine two people who are both divinely united within themselves, being in balance creating harmony. Then you have two divine unions, and then coming together and creating one. Because even though we are both whole in itself energetically, in our physical manifestations, we are still opposite. So when we then come together, we are creating a new divine union, because we are like the duality, because aren't we dualities?
Like she said, we are dualities. We are living dualities, bringing itself more into divinity, because the more balance we create within us, the more divine we get, you know? And that's a very wonderful thing, because the topic which we're going to talk about tonight, is relationships. We're going to dive deep, I guess.
Yeah, we're definitely going to share also our relationship, what we have been through.
And as in a relationship, you have this wonderful union with someone who can bring you so much into your higher self.
Wow, show you so much about yourself.
Exactly, like it cannot only, this relationship with someone will not only show you
love, it won't just show you love.
It will show you love, because I would say...
But it won't just show you love, it will also show you your ego alongside the love, because of the love.
Exactly, I think that's a very interesting thing to start, because people think when they watch movies, they watch something about love and stuff, and they think that love is only positive. But I say, for example, love means oneness, and oneness means good and bad combined, you know? And that's why love doesn't mean good or bad, like love is both. That's why our relationship is so powerful, because we understand that there will be times where we love each other and like each other, but there also will be times where we love each other but don't like each other, you know? Because...
Which is such an interesting feeling.
Yeah, because it's so... You can literally... That's the thing, as within, so without. When you don't like someone, you can feel the separation so much, because you are living in this separated, I don't know how to say it right, separated world. The 3D is based on separation, but it is illusion, you know, because we're thinking like we're separate from this mic now. But the thing is, we are vibrating on a complete other frequency. That's why I cannot touch through this. But that's why everything is light, you know. It's just some light forms are
the physics confuse me.
Yeah, I lost the point.
That's okay.
But yeah, just as a relationship that we are sharing, high and low is part of it.
They coexist.
Yes. Relationships are capable to bring you to your highest potential. Really to our highest potential. But the thing is, you have to be willing to do it. You have to be brave enough to do it.
Yeah, that's 100% true. Because only through other people can we achieve our highest self. That's a fact. First of all, we can't do it alone. We can't do it without the support of others. And also, we can't grow without experiencing ourselves through others. Because we truly only experience ourselves through the other things we can perceive.
Exactly.
Because how can we say we have grown if we have not experienced that grown version by being in contact with someone who's trying to argue you, but you don't interact? Only through experiences, through other people, can you know that you have grown. So, your relationships are your catalyst to personal growth.
Exactly. Like, I think I always like to talk about cheat codes, because since this is a game, this is a game that we are all playing. Like,
I had a dream where I was cheat coding, like in what is this movie called about the dreams? Inception,
yeah, or more like GTA.
Yeah, but like I was building shit in front of my eyes and stuff, and then I got into a building because I did a cheat code, and then I had to buy something, and I did a cheat code that I had like endless money in my pocket in the dream.
That's the thing, man. Like, when you tap into your feminine so hard, your dream's gonna be like crazy. Like,
I have the wildest visions. Like, God is telling me this is possible. What you're seeing, you only see because it is possible. And it is probably very likely happening in another dimension. That's why you're downloading it. Because it is possible, because it is happening right now.
Exactly, and you have to bring yourself into this energy. Like, imagine, for example, the thing is, this realm in which we live in is controlled by emotions. Everything we do it because of emotions. We wouldn't do it for anything else.
This is truly the human aspect. Emotions are the main characteristic of human beings. That is why we are so powerful as a species, because our power is love, the highest frequency, and it's a very powerful frequency. You can see what we have done on this earth with this power.
Yeah, like...
And the realm of emotions and the vibration that comes with those emotions, they are so different. The range is so huge, and that is also why heaven and hell coexist on earth. Vibrationally, they are just the opposites of the duality of emotions. And they're like day and night.
Day and night.
Very low vibrational and very high vibrational. And the thing that I'm truly realizing is there is the lowest low vibrational place on earth happening, but also the highest vibration is kind of limitless. I'm truly recognizing, like, the higher I vibrate, the crazier are the downloads getting, because I'm just reaching other realms energetically.
Yeah, like, emotions are just so powerful,
Yeah, they are powerful. We can truly be human beings when we are connected to the highest vibration.
When you are able to feel an emotion before you experience something, That's what the Matrix called the cheat code manifestation, you know? Because it is like in Interstellar, you are tuning into a frequency and then you're attracting something, you know? You're attracting something and connecting with it. And I think a lot of people out there are not attracting, they're chasing, you know? But the thing is, when we look at our relationship, that is...
Maybe they chase because they don't believe in magic. Because to attract something, you have to believe that higher forces, meaning magic, will have to help you for certain things to happen and turn out the way you want them to and desire them to. So when you are very detached in the 3D, the physical world, you will think you will have to run, you know? You can't just do this and it will arrive because you don't believe in magic enough. But when you believe that something higher is guiding you and you are not just existing on Earth, but Earth is the manifestation of what's going on with you in the other realms, because you are multidimensional, then you will realize you can make use of those cheat codes in the third dimension. Why are you laughing?
Yeah, the thing is, this is just the introduction and we're already diving so deep. Like, it's the first episode, people watch me like, what is going on in here?
Damn, I'm literally spilling like the cheat codes.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, I wanted to get to the topic again because I think there are many cheat codes out there that will help you to become your most powerful and greatest version, like, to ever exist. But the thing is, you have to use them in the right way, you know? There's just some manuals that were never given to us. And now we are trying to download this manual, you know, try to get it to ourselves, try to connect with it again and to make this life wonderful, you know, to really be in peace. Like,
and also make use of the senses we were initially given, because we don't have just 5 senses. We have way more senses above and beyond that. And they are just turned off by even telling us as children, you have those 5 senses. But actually there is more.
Like, imagine how lag-driven this tricks is, you know. They're telling you you only have 5 senses and you believe it. You just believe it.
No, did anybody ever tell you that you have more senses than 5? And after you have heard it, don't you resonate with it? Like, don't you feel that this is true? For example, intuition is also a sense, or rather, intuition requires a lot of different senses, and the more use you make of different senses and also develop them, the more you will feel that you have literally more senses. You have a sense if someone is lying. You have a sense if you lost something somewhere. You have a sense where something is located that you don't need GPS for. But those senses are also turned off by the way the tricks is set up. Think about it and also try to recognize it in your day-to-day. Where lie your other senses other than the 5?
Yes, that's very powerful one, man. Like, they just tell you have 5 senses. It was like telling a lion you only have 1 leg and be like, the fuck you talking about, man? I got more legs. But I think...
then they will just give you a fabric and put it above your leg since you were born. And then they will tell you you don't have a leg.
You'll be like...
They will make a way for you to not believe.
I don't see it. It's not real, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, a very, very, very powerful cheat code out there is just relationship. And I would just like to talk about, can you give the people an example, because you love to dive deep. Can we give people an example, like how did relationships, or how did our relationship, but there are many relationships, but a romantic relationship is one of the most powerful ones. But you have relationships with many, many, many people, you know, you have relationships with families, with friends, with colleagues, like these are relationships where you can learn from. But the one that will teach you the most are the ones who have the most emotions involved with it. That's why a relationship with a stranger can teach you something, but a relationship with your mom, with your dad, with your girlfriend or your wife or someone else, like, who can trigger you into your deepest versions, like that's the one who gonna bring you like to the top floor, you know? Because a stranger one, you can just say like, fuck him, man, I don't care, but I will never see him again. But if you're living with someone together and you're seeing each other day to day to day to day to day, or with your family, you're living with them together, you're seeing each other, like you can't just say like, fuck it, I'm not gonna see him again. Like you have to deal with it, or you're gonna suppress it. But yeah, give the people maybe something, or do you have something you want to share about how relationships or this relationship like made you some fire, gave you some fire to elevate?
You mean where this relationship poured light onto my shadows? One of the things you made me very aware of since the beginning of when we have met is how I needed external validation for certain things, which is something I still deal with when I have a bad day and I'm just trapped in my ego. It happens to everyone, like that's a human thing. Even if you have all senses activated, you can still experience the full spectrum of emotions. It's really important for people to understand that even though you are building your dream life that fulfills your desires, you will still experience the full spectrum of emotions. You will still have very bad days, depressed times, people around you will die or something, like very dense emotions that we all as a collective have to go through. This will happen to everyone in life.
I think it's even like that the people who dive deeper into themselves gonna feel a more spectrum of emotions.
Yeah, that is true, because a lot of our emotions are completely numbed because they have been programmed not to be allowed to experience them. So as a coping, we completely shut those emotions down. And then when we feel them again after 10 years, for example, a lot of people suppress anger and hurt. And then if some hurt comes up, that's like 10 years ago because you have suppressed it. That can be very overwhelming because you have learned to suppress it, you know? You're not familiar with this feeling.
I have a comparison. It is like, imagine you have a Coca-Cola bottle and you're just shaking, but never opening the bottle, you know? The pressure is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And
also the drink is gonna taste so disgusting.
The pressure is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, you know? And imagine like like you never cry, for example. Opening the pressure would be crying to release some emotions.
It would be like...
Yeah, but imagine you don't do that. The pressure is just building up, building up, building up. And at some point, people, they just completely lose their mind. They scream and whatever. Like they have no control over their emotions. They're like, they're like this balloon who's just floating, like, who have no control, you know? They're
not even as elegant as that balloon.
Yes, balloon's still smooth.
The balloon is just surrendering. They're gonna be like a fountain that they can't stop with their hands.
They're trying to fight it. And if you learn, like me, for example, in our relationship, I really learned, and I had to learn, and I'm still learning, that you have to allow these emotions to be expressed. And you can learn that, for example, for not the masculine, but really the men out there who are not feeling their emotions, you know.
We're jumping from one topic to the other.
Yeah, that's normal. Like people still gonna pick up so much wisdom. It doesn't even matter. Like,
all right. I hope you guys have your notebooks out.
Yeah, like that's also a beautiful thing. We can talk about a lot of different topics, and then you can tell us what we should dive more deep into. You know.
This is just the introduction of us.
Yeah, we
hope you like it so far. If so, if you have watched until here, give it a thumbs up, and also share it with your friend who needs some good company.
That's the thing, man. This episode is kind of it is like a trailer for the whole season.
It's a hang out with us.
Yeah, like we're gonna just talk about stuff, and the next episodes we're gonna maybe dive deeper into specific topics, but let's just share what we want to share.
Yeah. Wonderful idea. I'm with you on that one. So remember how I said you put light onto my shadow of needing external validation. For example, when I used to meet you, I was way more fixed on how I may look like, so you would find me attractive, so that I would be valid to receive love. Because otherwise, I wouldn't think that I'm enough, lacking my wholeness. And I feel like you have put a lot of light onto that shadow, because I have experienced you loving me in any stage that I'm in and accepting me. So that to me is over and over again a confirmation that I'm worthy, and that reminds me, or like puts me into a position where I also believe and affirm myself that I'm whole. And I have really shed a lot of layers ever since we have got together. It was like always more and more layers that I let down, that I was fixed on, and it just feels free to finally have learned that I'm whole, how I am, and I will keep that for the rest of my life. I'm thankful for that. I have learned that now, and I will not be not whole ever again for anyone.
I think that's so powerful and wonderful, because in relationships we can learn to really be everything for the partner, and that can be a wonderful thing. And that really also shows like how deep your connection is, because we're also coaches to each other. And the important coaches and mentors, the important thing about coaches or mentors is they will give the student help and guidance, but also the freedom to learn it themselves, That's why you have to, when you really love someone, you're not want them to you don't want them to just escape from their shadows, but you also don't want to trigger them the whole time, when they're in their shadows. Me, I'm also sometimes in my shadows. The thing is, when we learn to love each other, we learn how we can give enough space for the person to know that you're safe, but also like you have to deal with that on your own. Like me, for example, or for men, for example, if they see their partner struggling with something, we shouldn't just give them like the answer for it or whatever. Like we have to.
You don't have to always give me immediate help when I'm struggling with something. That's what love does. You give me the freedom to experience that for myself, even if I'm struggling and maybe doing a dumb decision. You still gotta love me through it, and because of that, I learned from it.
That's the thing. The feminine is just letting emotions guide throughout the journey to the destination, and the masculine is very thinking, is very thought based, and that's why I'm always thinking like, what is the solution to the problem? Bam, I got it. I want to give it to you directly, and that's the thing why most men cannot handle the feminine, because they're only thinking in their logic way, in their thoughtful way, and when the female is feeling something, they cannot understand this because they shut down their emotions. So the attraction to their emotions, the awareness is not there because it just doesn't exist for them.
Trying to solve all these emotions.
Yes. That's why sometimes I've been doing this, like trying to give you the exact same solution, but that's the thing. I'm learning right now to sometimes let you do it on your own, because that we need that sometimes. Men and women, whoever, like you need sometimes just space to grow on your own. Like you cannot let everyone solve all your problems, but you just need maybe a little guidance sometimes. If you have a true connection, you need vulnerability to get into that type of connection, And the deeper you are connected, the more layers of the relationship will be revealed. That's why I'm saying like we are almost everything to each other, because we represent the duality of everything within many, 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 many different aspects. We've only really known each other for 2 years. And that's a very funny thing, Because in this matrix, 2 years is not a long time. Like, people have been together like for 10 years and they split. And that's also a very wonderful, powerful thing, because sometimes you just outgrow each other, you go into different directions, and you realize
every any relationship dynamic is valid as long as you are making the most out of it. Truly, if you are taking the most lesson, experience, advice, blessing out of the situation and relationship, it's valid. That's relationship consciousness, conscious relationships.
Exactly. Like, you have to imagine, for example, it is like you're buying a new machine. And when you buy a new machine, you don't know how it works, you're going to read the manual. And only if you can handle the manual, you can handle the machine. That's why you can imagine that not everybody is already at that point where they can, for example, handle the machine of the divine union, you know. You have to get to that point, but it's not a bad thing or a sad thing or a low thing or whatever, like, if you're not there yet, because some people have to go through 20 relationships, some people just go to 3 relationships until they...
Some go through literally one. Conscious.
I've never been in a relationship before.
Congrats.
That's so
he
funny,
really
man.
Just waited for the one.
But the thing is, I also manifested it. Like, it's funny. It's funny. It's really funny, because I was so desperately looking out for love, but I always also knew, like, my first girlfriend was gonna be my only one. Like,
really?
I just thought, the thing was, I think the universe really...
He really chose me. Thank you.
The thing is, the universe really prepared me for this, because it was not like I wasn't willing to go into relationships with other women. The thing is, I fell in love easily back in the days. But I always said that, you know, the thing is, you know me. Imagine me coming together with someone with my masculine dedication, you know. I knew that when I'm gonna have a girlfriend, I would have infinite dedication, you know. That's why the universe knew that.
So she better be worth all the dedication.
Yes, and the universe knew that, but the universe didn't allow me to get into a relationship, because then I would have maybe lost my purpose. I lost my track, because I would have thought that
you maybe would have put too much dedication into a wrong thing.
Exactly.
I did that, and I really got lost off track.
And sometimes you need to do it. Some people don't need. Like, everyone has their own journey. But the thing is, with me, like, it just didn't happen. And then when I found you, it was so clear to me. Like, I don't know, because I knew that when I'm gonna be forever, when I'm gonna get a girlfriend, like, I will give 100% or nothing. Like, there's no in between for me. And
I was also at the same stage before I met you. I was like, it's either gonna be 100, because I'm tired of everything below 100.
Yeah. That's...
So when 100 and 100 come together, it's magic.
And I also think what was very important in that process, like, before we met, it really felt like an energetic let go of all the resentment that I have towards anyone or any woman.
Love healed you.
Like, I was really like, because the thing was,
he found love and he realized it was all worth it, and that love healed all his traumas. Beautiful.
Like, before we got together, the thing was, I fell in love again I didn't fall in love, like, that was my ego. And that's how I realized that I have such a strong ego, because there was a girl that I dated once. I think it was only one time or 2 times, I don't know, but she kind of broke my heart, my ego thought.
She broke your ego.
Yeah, she really broke my ego, because I was devastated, like, for 2 days or 3 days. And then I remembered, I was like, yo, like, I wasn't married to this woman. Like, we wasn't together like for 10 years. And then she divorced me out of nowhere. Like, there was literally nothing. And this showed me straight into my face, like, yo, this guy here is tripping. Like, this can't be normal. Like, if it was like for a couple of hours, okay. But like, the way I was devastated, that wasn't normal. Like, I realized, okay, this motherfucker here is tripping.
You got aware of your ego.
Exactly. I got aware of it. And then I realized, okay, if that's not real, man, like, what is real?
And then 1 month later, we come together and Kossi asks me on our second date, do you sometimes think what other people think of you? And I explained to him, you can only think of yourself through others. Only your ego can make up what they think unless they tell you. But until then, you can only judge yourself through others because it will be your ego who will tell you what they supposedly think about you.
That's the thing, man. The ego.
And he was like...
I was like...
beep, 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 beep. And that's also when you knew I'm gonna mentally challenge you. Yeah, you really gotta date consciously, that's for sure, but like, especially like energetically conscious. Like, how does your body feel when you're around them? Because when I was around Kossi, my body instantly felt like he's the one. Like, I just felt at home, like I knew her soul. Because your home is literally just your family, and when it's soul family, you definitely feel that.
That's really crazy because I think when I remember that moment where she just literally walked into this home where we are living right now.
That's how we met. I walked into his home that I live at right now.
I probably also felt something, but I was just not so connected to it, like right now. But it was really kind of like you felt this ease because the thing was, all the women that I've ever asked for a number or something, I was always nervous. Like, I was always almost shaking. But kind of when I asked her, it was like, I felt so secure, And
I wasn't gonna disappoint him. He knew it.
That's the thing. Like, I didn't even know why I asked. It was just like my higher self was asking. Like, it wasn't really myself. It was like, I'm asking for a number. Like, she doesn't even live here. She's from Cologne or Düsseldorf. And do we gotta meet each other? Like, I don't know. I just asked, like, and that's how everything started.
Yeah. Funnily enough, it was the beginning of my 3-week trip to this city that we live in right now. So I moved then. But yeah, that's basically how it began. And also another funny energetic confirmation that we had the same night was, first of all, I did telepathy with him because it was exactly the time where I kind of woke up to my telepathy and I was trying it with everyone around me. And it worked very well with my best friend, my mom, and also with him because I tried with everyone and with him it worked. Because I thought of something and then you asked me. And also he was playing.
What was it?
I don't remember. I only remember the feeling. I also remember he was playing my favorite songs. He was showing me my favorite album. And then we was playing Truth or Dare. And his dare was to perform a song. And he really goes and performs my favorite song that I have posted at least 3 times into my Insta story because I love that song so much. I just kept posting it every 2 weeks. I sent it out literally, and then he catched it and performed exactly that song. I was sitting there, I was like...
The thing is, some of y'all are maybe Kid Cudi fans or has been Kid Cudi fans. If you know the song, if you are really a Kid Cudi fan, only then you know the song because this is like an album, Satellite Flight, who not a lot of people have listened to. Not a lot of people even know that this album exists, It's really intergalactic, multidimensional vibes. Yeah, and the thing is, Too Bad I Have to Destroy You Now is the name of the song. And it's really kind of my most favorite and greatest Cardi track of all time. Like, I've been sitting in front of my computer and studying the lyrics so I can know it from front to finish, you know.
So you could scream it. And it was his moment. He performed it. I was like, wow.
And the funny thing is that...
Who is this man? I was like...
The funny thing is that this song was her most favorite song. Also, really, I felt so seen, you know, because like it was like a dream. Like,
yeah, it was really like a dream.
If you know how much music, how much I like music, and how much I love music, and how much I love to sing songs, and just how much I love this song, and that this exact song was also her favorite song, was like, okay, this kind of tricky. And
I thought the same. To me, when I saw him for the first time, the energetic pull was so strong, it was tricky for me. I instantly left into the other room so I don't have to deal with the consequences that might follow in the next few hours. I was like, damn.
And also the funny thing is just that before, in that time, like, I think I probably suddenly just had this urge to listen to the song again, because this is a very old album. Sometimes I listen to it, then I don't listen to it.
It was not a recent album.
Yeah, and the thing is, when she's saying, like, for the last 2 or 3 weeks before we met, she keep posting it, like, I really got through this other realm. I got this song into my head. I was like, I want to listen to Too Bad I Have to Destroy It now. Like, and I
reached him without knowing.
Pushing this song, like, for the next weeks until we met.
I also kept posting on my Twitter things like, I wish my future husband the best day. And then we looked up the date. I posted it in his life, in his gallery. And it was the day where he got the confirmation for this crib that we now live in. I was literally that day sending him a wonderful day. And that was the day he got the crib.
Yeah, the thing is, guys, we just want to tell you this is real. Yeah. Like, the tricks is real.
But so is magic. So is magic.
Love is real.
Love is so real.
Higher self connection is real. Like, you can tap
God is real and with
God
us
is real.
and within me.
And
speaking through me.
If all of those things are real, then the opposite also can be real, you know?
And must be real.
Yeah, like, that wouldn't be balanced, you know? There wouldn't be homeostasis. Like, you can't have just high without low. So if there are the most highly conscious relationships out there, there must be also the most lowest and dark and densest relationships. And
that doesn't also, when we go through our highest highs, we go through our lowest lows too. But that doesn't always have to look dysfunctional. Sometimes when you're healed, it can really look like just a journaling session and giving each other space and grace.
The thing is, you think that what you experienced most of the time is real. If something unusual happens, you will not think that is real. And the thing is, we are most of the times in our higher selves, but also we experience lower selves. But even though we know that the lower selves is not our so-called real self or our higher self, it feels very real. And there are some people who have it on the opposite, you know. Most of the times they're in their lower self, and when they're high, it feels real, but they don't want to believe it, you know? They don't want to believe that is the reality.
Practice is a practice.
Exactly. Like, you have to...
You are literally trapped in your mind. Like, but your mind is just as flexible as you can think. So train it into that direction that you want to have it in. Just as you have been trained into this direction you're currently in. Exactly.
You can bend everything, you know? You say what's real,
even
what's not.
Even the spoon with your eyes.
Like in The Matrix, the movie. But yeah, relationships, man. Maybe you should come to an end now. And
yeah, let us know how you love the podcast. Emphasis on love. If you didn't like it, please move on.
No, if you don't like it, that's okay. Maybe you're not meant for it yet.
Yeah, you just gotta move on.
Exactly. Move on in a conscious way.
Yeah. If you have love to send, please send it through. Let us know where you're at on your journey. And also, if you got questions, let us know, as well as when you have liked some topics especially and you want to dive deeper into them. Leave a comment of love and appreciation. Share it on your socials if it has elevated you so that you can elevate someone else. And click subscribe.
Also very important, support us and follow us and appreciate us on Instagram at Lissomaniac, Lissomaniac. And my name is King Konscious on Instagram, King with K, Konscious with K, _ And yeah, there we are also enlightening people and talking to people and going live and just share wisdom, you know. So feel free to contact us, to follow us.
Join the community, basically.
Like, we're going to do this on a frequent basis. We're going to share our wisdom, our knowledge, our
It's
histories.
basically giving us appreciation is just like visiting your grandparents. Give the elders their flowers.
Exactly. You have to visit your elders, man. Your community
Pull
elders.
up on us.
But also your real elders. Call your mom, call your dad, say hello. Or your grandparents, whoever.
Give them love and appreciation.
Yes.
Everyone deserves it.
Yes.
Even the worst ones of us still deserve love. Period.
We're all the same.
Except we're not.
We're same, but different.
Exactly.
That's so beautiful because one day God was one and God was like, I cannot see myself. Kakabunchi no jutsu. And it was two. The duality was born. Exactly.
Thank you, King Conscious.
Alrighty, guys. We thank you very much for your appreciation, for your love, for your like, for your subscribe, for your power, for your patience. And Lissomaniac will give us a wonderful prayer to leave and get out.
Yeah, you guys. It was wonderful talking to you, and now we are just coming into a little relaxation so that we can integrate all the gems that have been shared and also thank ourselves for the time we just dedicated. Let's sit with it by finding ourselves in a comfortable position and focus on your breath. So let's take it in with that energy of relaxation, joy, fun, appreciation, most importantly, gratitude. Let the words sit with you. Feel within yourself what has resonated. Discern for yourself. Stand in your truth. And stick to your soul. Stick to your journey. Follow your best guide, your inner compass, your heart. Allow your heart to love even your negative thoughts and loving you into worthiness no matter what you go through. Because that ultimately is the healing that is needed to move forward on the journey. May we continue not with wounds but with battle scars. Spiritual warriors, we out here together, we in community, we outside, inside together. We are united. It's one love, it's one source. Appreciate the source of love and oneness. And then enjoy the rest of your existence until you hear us again. Bye guys. Bye guys.